Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl Alicia Sharice, better known as AC, but you could just call me best friend because y'all know we family now. Y'all, we TBT fam. If you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. If you like what you hear when you get to the end of the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because your girl got more juice coming, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this video. Y'all know I put a poll in the community post and I basically asked, what do you want the next topic of the Tech Talk Tuesday to be? And baby, the majority ruled, okay? Y'all already said, like, it was almost like unanimous, pretty much. Like, you guys basically want to know what to look for when you're out here in these streets searching for your first tech sales job. So y'all already know your girl got you. I done hit them streets, and y'all already know I have personal experience from looking for, you know, my first tech sales job. So I basically compiled a list of what I feel like are the top 5 things that you should be looking for when you're out here looking for your very first tech sales job. Of course, you can utilize these if you're looking for any tech sales job, but I definitely feel like it's very beneficial for people who are just now entering into the tech space and they don't really know what to look for when they're out here on LinkedIn, Indeed, all these job boards, and they're looking for a tech sales job. So your girl's got you covered, okay? So let's go ahead and get right into it because your girl can ramble, okay? If you give me a topic to talk about, I'll keep going. So let's get into it before I start talking about something else. So the very first thing that you're going to want to look for when you're applying for these jobs is when you're entering into the sales industry, it doesn't matter if it's tech or any other type of sales, you're going to be selling one or two things. It's going to be a product, which is a physical product, so like your phone, or it's going to be some sort of service. So like my job, for instance, we sell a service, right? We match up online business owners and entrepreneurs with virtual marketing assistants. That's a service. We're helping our clients buy back time, okay? So basically, you're going to be selling one of two of those things. Now, I don't mean to focus on if you're selling a product or service. What I mean is, what is the product or service that you're going to be selling? Number one, the reason is going to be you want to make sure that it aligns with you morally, because there are some people out here that don't feel comfortable selling certain things. So if you are a Christian, right, you don't want to be out here selling t-shirts that are promoting atheists. That's just an example, but similar to that. You want to make sure that what you're selling is not going to compromise you as a person or compromise you morally, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. The second reason that you want to see what you're going to be selling is you want to see if it can align with the industry that you're coming from. There are a lot of people that are entering into the tech industry that are pivoting from other job industries. So health, finance, even entrepreneurial background. So you want to know if this job is going to match up and correlate with what you used to do. The reason that this matters is because that will give you an edge over other people. So if you are someone that's coming from the health field and I'm not, and we both apply for the same position, they're going to look at our resume and you're probably going to get first priority because of the fact that you're going to be able to understand some of the verbiage, the terminology, you know, maybe even some of the softwares and systems that they're using because this company is dealing with health and you come from a health background. Also dealing with finance. If you used to work at a bank or you're coming from a financial background dealing with money, right? You're going to want to be looking for jobs in fintech. That stands for financial technology. You're going to want to look for jobs that are based around that because you have experience with the terminology, probably some of the systems. You have a better edge over people like myself who are not coming from that sort of background. So that's going to be number one. Number two is going to be training. You want to know if these jobs are going to offer you some sort of training. The reason that this is important is because a lot of people that are coming through course careers or that are just coming and entering into the tech industry do not have any sort of sales experience, right? Or any sort of sales background that deals with actually selling like high ticket items. So the reason that you're going to want to make sure that your job offers training is because of the fact that although you went through course careers and you learned the verbiage and you learned the steps of spin selling and all this, it's best to have hands-on training. You don't want a job that's going to take you off the street and throw you out to the wolves. That tells me two things about this company. Number one, they have a bad ROI. So that means that their return on their investment into their employers is not good. So the fact that they're not training or putting any type of investment behind their new hires, that lets me know that they're not really serious about making their sales. Why would you just take someone, even if they have a history of sales, right? They have never sold your product. Unless they used to work for your company and you're just rehiring them, you should be training these new hires, period. That's with any job. I feel like every job should have at least a minimum of 2-week training, especially for people who do not have an extensive background in the market of what you're selling. So for me, that would be a red flag if they're not offering training. Now, this isn't something that you're going to figure out until you get to the job interview. Some jobs may have it in the posting where it'll say, we offer training or 30-day training, 2-week training, something like that. If you don't see it, I would definitely mention it during the interview process, because this is key. If you are getting hired for a job and they're just saying, okay, you're going to have 1 or 2 days onboarding and then you're going to go ahead and get on these phones and start training, you're going to have a hard time. Especially if you have no experience in selling at all. This is going to be a really bad transition, and it's going to leave a really bad taste in your mouth, and it could potentially discourage you from trying to apply for other tech sales positions. So for me, I would definitely not work for a company that is not offering some sort of training. Number 3 is going to be growth, okay? You want to make sure that whatever job you are working for has some sort of growth potential. You don't want to work for a company that is going to have you be at the SDR role for 2 to 3 years. There are people out here that are SDRs for less than a year, or at least up to a year and a half, and then they're moving on to the account executive and the sales account manager positions, which is what I have. I do not suggest working for any company that says they don't promote from within, because that's just, I don't like that. I don't like that for any job. It doesn't matter if it's tech sales or not. I don't like that for any job. I feel like that's disgusting. Like, if I had to sum it up in a word, it's disgusting, because you hired me to do the job, and then the position above me, right, you're going to then go outsource other people to come in and do the job when you've already warmed us up for a year and a half. I've been helping you, with these prospects and building out pipelines and all this. And then now when I try to apply for an account executive position, you're like, no, I'm going to find somebody else that has more experience. So basically you're telling me the only reason that you hired me is to stay in this one position. That's what you don't want. You do not want to be in a position that has no growth potential, because you're basically going to be stuck there, and then you're going to have to get back out in the job market and start looking for those account executive or sales account manager positions. And then you're just basically starting from scratch. So you want to make sure that when you get to these job interviews and you get to the end of the interview, you are asking specific questions like, what does my growth potential look like here as an account executive? You want to make sure that they have systems in place to where you are not being stagnant or being forced to just only stay in this one position. Now, if you're, strapped for money, or you're like, hey, I just need a job right now, I'll figure it out, you can do that. If that's what you want to do and they're offering you the position and you just want to go there, that's fine. But just make sure that you are aware of what your future looks like at these companies. These are the questions that matter if you plan on building longevity with a company. Number 4 is going to be salary. And I know you guys are probably like, well, why isn't that number 1? Because for me, I feel like there are other things that are more important than salary. Yes, salary is definitely one of the most important things, right? Because this is your livelihood. You want to make sure that you're going to be able to survive off of the money that you make at this company. But there are other things that you want to make sure you're asking before you even get to salary, right? Because salary is not going to matter if this job is not aligning with your morals, or there's no growth potential here and you're looking for a company where there's career advancement, right? So salary matters, but it only matters once you get past a certain point. Salary is one of those things that you can typically see on the job description page. I do want to let you know that a lot of times on these job descriptions, they're not really putting what the base salary is. Some jobs will put that, okay? But there will be some job descriptions that will say 80 to 140,000. And then you get to the job interview and they're saying, oh, the base pay is 40,000. If you can live with that, that's fine. But I suggest asking. If they don't mention it, this should be one of the questions that are on your list of questions that you need to ask at the end of the interview. Because again, salary is very important. This is your livelihood. The main things that you want to make sure that you are understanding before you accept the offer is going to be, what is the base salary and what is your on-target earnings, okay? And so for those who do not know, base salary is going to be basically what you make if you don't make any sales. So if your base pay is $50,000, right, and you don't make a sale by the end of that month, then your take-home pay is going to be whatever it is that, a typical $50,000 salary person makes. The good thing about it is, you're getting paid versus a job where it's only commission-based. If you don't make a sale or you don't hit the quota, you're not getting paid. So you want to at least make sure you understand what the base pay is, okay? So that way you know what your take-home is before you even add on like what your commission and bonuses are. As far as your on-target earnings, OTE, so let's just say your company has a quota for you that you have to make 7 sales a month. Okay, so for 12 months, right? That's one whole year. You hit exactly 7 sales every single month. That means at the end of that year, if they're telling you your on target earning is going to be $85,000, that means by the end of that year, you will have gotten paid $85,000 because of the fact that you hit their on target earnings. Now we get into if there's a cap to your on target earnings. My job, there's endless. So right now our quota is 13 sales a month. If I say, let's say I make 30 sales a month, right? Every month for, 12 months, which would be fucking great. Okay. If I hit that quota every single month for 12 months, that means by the end of the year, I'll be, in the multiple figures. I'll be in the multiple 6 figures by the end of the year, right? So there's no cap to that. They don't say that once you hit 125, that's it. You can't go over that. There are some jobs where they do have a ceiling to how much you can make. So some, let's say SDR positions where the base salary is $40,000 and the on target earnings is, let's say, $75,000. They may say, okay, you can cap it at $125,000, right? For some people, that's a lot. But for some people who are maybe really hungry and they like, I want to be able to make as much as I can, right? You may not want to take a job that has a ceiling on their salary cap. I don't think going for jobs that have a salary cap is necessarily bad when you're just getting started, like with the SDR or BDR position. I think it really just matters on, again, what you're looking for right now. If you're just looking to get your feet wet and you're like, growth potential doesn't matter here. I don't care if there's a salary cap as long as I'm able to make, maybe 95,000 or 100,000, even 85,000. If you're good there, perfect, then accept the job offer. But if you know that I don't want to cap on my salary, I want to be able to push myself. And if you guys are telling me I can only make 85,000 and I'm trying to hit 6 figures by the end of the year, that job is not going to be for you. You want to make sure you ask these questions because at the end of the day, you want to love working at that job just as much as they want to love hiring you, right? I don't think anything is wrong with professionally declining an offer if you feel like it's not in alignment with what you're looking for your next position, especially if right now you have another job that is not in tech sales, but you're in the process of pivoting from your current industry to tech sales. I definitely think you guys want to take your time and look for the right job. Now, don't waste your time just declining offers or not even taking interviews because they're not paying enough or this and that, because again, sometimes the job description can, I don't want to say be misleading, but it can be maybe a little confusing or not forthright. So what I would say is still apply for the position. If they offer the interview, take it and then ask the questions, right? That way, by the end of the interview, you have a clear understanding of what they're offering and if you're willing to accept it. So the fifth and last thing that I think you guys should be looking for either on the job description or asking these questions when you get to the job interview is benefits. Let me tell you something. A lot of these tech sales jobs are offering superb benefits, okay? Not all of them, okay? Pump your brakes. Not all of them, right? But a lot of them are offering really, really solid and great benefits. This is something, especially if you have a family, especially if you need something specific, so maybe vision, dental, whatever it is, you want to look and see, even if they're giving a percentage to your 401k, if they're matching anything in your 401k. Like, these are things that you want to ask if it's not already mentioned in the job description. And even if it is in the job description, I would still ask because I want to get a more in-depth answer on what it is that they're offering. Like, I want them to explain like how good these benefits are or how much they're lacking. And the reason that this is important is because a lot of people right now don't have healthcare. And so getting these jobs is beneficial to a lot of people because not only are they able to, grow financially, they're actually able to do that while getting really good healthcare benefits. I just feel like this is important for people right now who don't have health insurance or who may not have the best health insurance. Maybe you're on your spouse's insurance, some maybe even on their parents' insurance, right? I feel like asking the question about the benefits is definitely important because you want to know what they're going to be offering. And not only just benefits, but also a lot of these companies are matching 401ks, like whatever you're contributing. I think that's awesome. And so you want to just clarify whatever they put in the job description because, again, a lot of times it can just be a quick overview of the benefits in the job description. So you want to make sure that you're asking so you can get a more in-depth answer on what the benefits are and what you're actually going to be receiving, once you or should you accept the position. So my company has an amazing benefit package, but my husband's job actually offers a better package. So I'm sticking with that. but you have to see what works for you, right? That's the goal. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that the company is aligning with you, and if you can work at this job and if you feel like it's going to be something that you're able to do, right? So yeah, you guys, that's really what I feel like are the top things that you should be focusing on in the beginning as far as a tech sales job and what you should be looking for, because of the fact that you're going to be the one to have to work here. You're going to be the one that's going to have to sell these products, right? You're going to be the one that has to accept the health benefits if that's what you choose. You're going to be the one that has to, stay at this company for a certain amount of time before you're able to grow and go and be moved to the next position, right? You want to know these things. You want to see what this company has to offer. What I really don't want you guys to do is to get out here and then take the first offer that comes your way. Now, that's the goal, is to get a job, yes. But at the same time, you want to make sure that the job you're working for, the company that you're working for, is aligning with what it is that you're looking for in a position. Don't be scared to ask these questions. You have to ask these hard questions because this is your job. This is your life. You want to know these things. And so don't be scared to ask them. They want you to ask these questions. I would definitely suggest taking your time and, getting really more familiar with the company on the inside and what the culture is like, and not just what's listed on the job interview, because a lot of people can typically get blindsided by the money in tech sales, right? But there's a lot that goes into it. This is a job at the end of the day, and you want to make sure that it's aligning with who you are as a person and with what you want to be doing, for the next few years of your life. So I hope that was helpful, you guys. I'm really loving these Tech Talk Tuesdays. If you have any questions, definitely put them in the comment section. Again, if you're connected with me over on LinkedIn, then send me a message over there. If you're not, go ahead and click the link below and connect with me, because I definitely want to get to know you guys more. Okay, and also another thing that I wanted to mention is I'm going live on this Saturday. So this video, of course, is uploaded on Tuesday, and this following Saturday, or this coming Saturday, I'm going to be going live, and I'm going to just be dropping some really, really good news that I have, y'all, listen, God is just blessing me. You guys already know. I already told y'all, God be Godding, okay? He is really Godding in my life, and I'm just so happy that he's just moving me in these different directions and placing me in, he's placing me in some buildings and some seats and rooms with people that I never even thought I would be rubbing elbows with. So I have some really, really good news for you guys, and I'm going to drop that on Saturday when I go live. And so I really want to get connected with you guys as well, because I really just want to talk to y'all live, get to know y'all better. And I know that you guys watch my videos and you love me, especially if you're part of the TBT fam and you've been rocking with your girl since the very first video. I really appreciate it. But yeah, y'all see we at 1,000 followers. Finally, I am just so happy and so humble that these are organic followers. You guys are rocking with me because you like the content that I'm putting out, and you just want to see how God is moving in my life and how he can also move in yours. And so I just love it. And I thank you guys again for rocking with me. If you don't know my story, I'm going to link it right here of how I just went from unemployment and food stamps to a $100,000 salary job in 24 days by taking a course from Course Careers. And so I want you guys to really, really get information on Course Careers, because I feel like it's really out here changing people's lives. It is changing people's lives. I don't feel like, I know it's changing people's lives, because it's changed my life in literally under 30 days. And so if you're interested, or you just want to learn some information about Course Careers, if you're not sure if this is the way that you should be going, and you just kind of want to do some comparison between Course Careers and whatever else is out there, go ahead and click the link below. There's a free course that you guys can take. It's not really a course, it's really just informational, and you just watch the videos. It really gives you a solid overview of what happens in the course, what you're going to be learning, the success rate of all of the people that has finished, which of course I'm a part of that. But if you're interested, go ahead and click that link. And also, your girl got you. I have a $50 off coupon code, Bless50, to help y'all take some money off your final price for when you are ready to go ahead and sign up. Also, I'm offering one-on-one coaching sessions for anyone that needs help. You do not have to be in the Course Careers community to sign up for my one-on-one sessions. I had to do a mock sales call during my interview process. You may have to as well. And so I help with that and just kind of get you prepared on how to answer those questions and how I was able to ace my mock sales call. So I also offer services for that, and also resume editing and review. If you guys are like, I'm not sure if this is right, I need some help, can you revamp my resume? Can you make it look like yours, but in my words? I got you, okay? I got you covered. So I also have a link for that as well. And then I also offer free coaching sessions for people who are in Course Careers right now and you just want to ask some general questions about course careers and my journey in course careers, I offer those twice a month. So there's a link for that as well. Y'all know I'm always dropping links. So baby, if it's something you want to know, I got the links down there. If you need a study guide for course careers, if you need to know what curriculum that you need to purchase to get ready, if you need to know what books you need to buy, what study guides that I use to pass the test, like how I read 3 books in 3 days before starting course careers, like if you want to know all that and you want help with that, I have some free resource links as well that are linked on my Linktree page. So the links are there, y'all. Like, just go through, look at it, see which one resonates with you, which one you feel like you need, and just click on it and go from there, okay? But yeah, that's it. Y'all know I was trying to keep this video under 10 minutes. If it's over 10 minutes, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting you all the tea, all the information, everything you need to prepare and get ready for your journey and your transition into the tech space, right? Because the goal is to break into tech. Period. Y'all already know what it is. Thank y'all for rocking with your girl. I'm always gonna rock with y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.